Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 31, Week 4, between Feint Gaming and Se7en. I'm not alone, though. I'm actually joined by two wonderful gentlemen. I have Beta as my producer, and then I have the wonderful Samski as my co-caster. How are you doing, Samski?
I'm good, Grumpy. Yes, I'm good. I'm very excited for this game. This is the game that, out of all of the games this season, I really wanted to see. Obviously, these two teams played each other at LAN, and it was super, super close. And they actually played each other on both of these maps in at LAN as well. So, and both of them were crazy, crazy close. So I'm really hoping that it's going to be just as close.
Well, saying that, didn't Feint play? Yeah, Feint played against Se7en and beat them on Snakewater, and then Se7en banned Snakewater for the rest of the tournament, didn't they? After losing against Feint, if I remember correctly, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not historically, it's not a particularly strong map for Se7en, but obviously, they when we played against Feint at LAN, they didn't want to play against them on Viaduct because it was a weak map for Se7en, and it was a very strong map back then for Feint. So that's why they banned it, and then obviously they were forced into a situation where they had to play a map that wasn't necessarily strong either, but obviously it was stronger. But yeah, Feint won on a golden cap in Insomnia Land, so let's see if it goes that way again. I think that it's a map that Feint have maybe got even a little bit stronger, I want to say. But then again, at the same time, it wasn't a particularly strong map for Cadus. And as I'm sure we'll discuss, the fact that Cadus is no longer on this roster and it's Domo on the demo man, so maybe that's something that now has changed. Having looked at Se7en's stream, a couple of them streaming the past few days, been watching and spying and seeing what their performance is like on both maps, and Gullywash as well doesn't seem as strong as they used to be. Obviously at LAN they had a really strong showing against Tech, who are historically very, very strong at this map, so maybe a bit of discoordination. I think the lack of a strong main caller on Gullywash, especially on mid fights, is very apparent. So it'll be interesting to see how Se7en's mid fights go about in this official.
Yeah, but actually mentioning, past lands, we should probably speak about the new land, and actually one of our sponsors for ETF2L, which is actually Copenhagen Games. So shout outs to them, because the winner of this season will actually get free BYOC tickets, is it? I believe it's BYOC tickets to Copenhagen Games next year. Alongside that, and free rentals. So yeah, BYOC, not BYOC tickets, but free rentals. Also, alongside that, we have S31.eu helping us out, helping ETF2L out, put on these shows for you. But from there, yeah, we mentioned it before, we should probably have a quick look into the team. So we'll start off with the Se7en roster. So it is the new roster of this season with the change that you mentioned earlier, Samski. So we have Tiger Thalash on scouts. We have Captain and Starkey playing the soldiers. We have Domo, which is the change on demo, and then we have Raymond. I haven't been able to cast much this season, so for me it's the return of Raymond back into ETF2L, so I'm quite excited. It's quite a strong team in general, don't you think, Samski?
Yeah, I mean, on paper it's probably the strongest roster that Se7en have had, from a DM standpoint anyway. But and I think that's something that's been highlighted by people on the Se7en roster. They've all confirmed that it's probably the strongest roster they've had. But the lack of calls or a strong main caller, everyone kind of contributes into it. But we are about to go ready, so we'll skip through that. I'll quickly highlight the Feint roster. It's going to be Sorix and Kunu on the scouts, Amarok and Korback on the soldiers, Ali on demo, and Seeds on medic. As we do go into the first mid, so take it away, Grumpy.
Yeah, we're coming on to the first mid of Gullywash and Domo and Ali, kind of close on the same sides, but big bombs coming in from Captain and Starkey onto Ali. Ali gets picked up. Both soldiers get traded though, but a lot of damage from Domo onto those players. Amarok jumping across the point, seeing if he can deal some damage. Domo does go very low, but right now it could be anyone's game as Tiger gets picked up by a nice rocket from Amarok. He's got a 3k right now. He's done a lot of work this mid. And both Konu, Sorex trying to bully out those players, and they managed to do it. And that's going to be the first mid going to Feint.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it was very good from the soldiers to pick off Ali, but they literally wasted all of their ammunition on Ali as Amarok just goes in there for a quick second. It looks like Se7en actually might want to come and trade on this. We do see Captain's actually going behind. He's going to get 1 rocket onto Seeds, 2 rockets onto Seeds, but Seeds isn't going to pop to those rockets, and he is going to be able to get cleaned up there. And yeah, that was just a counter sack there. Nice play there from Se7en to look like they were about to Uber exchange. Seeds was in a dangerous position there, but as I mentioned, both soldiers sacked for Ali there, but they wasted all of their rockets, and so they didn't have anything else to do any more damage, so Amarok just cleaned both of them up. And then from that point onwards, even though Callback fell down, the hills were much, much better from Feint, and eventually they pressured them out, as we do see a stalemate now with both teams having Uber.
Yeah, and coming on to this stalemate, this is a very common stalemate we see on Gullywash. And how would you go about, you know, or how would Feint, because you've got a bit of inside information, how would they go around breaking this stalemate right now? Like, well, what sort of decisions?
You do see Kunu already on the sniper. He's going to be pressuring Big Door. It's kind of one of those maps when we played that Kunu would be sniping like a lot of the time. Also like putting Sorix behind on Big Door, but Se7en play usually 2 people in lobby to prevent that, as we do see Kunu going down to a sticky trap, and actually Callback's in danger of getting picked up. He's going to trade with Tiger, but he will eventually get picked off by Domo. But as I was saying, Sorix likes to go behind, but Se7en are, you know, again, historically known for holding in lobby with a roaming soldier. Drak famous for holding that shutter. So we do see Thalash actually on the counter sniper. He's going to be getting those heals pumped into him and looking on Big Door at the moment. Let's see if he can do anything.
Yeah, and right now Captain's actually in, and he's onto Seeds. Seeds, oh, gets forced, nearly got a connection there, but Captain does go down as a result. But this is a perfect opportunity for Se7en right now, Samski, just to push through choke. Like, I feel like they're a little bit too close, Feint are, because they're trying to deal with Lash. Lash actually, or Konu, landed a headshot. I did hear it ring out, but I'm not sure who it landed on. And we're going to see a push through choke more than likely, Samski.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision for Thalash to stay on sniper here, but the Uber does come out. Amarok's going to get that forced off, and he will get picked off, but they only lose 1 player there, and Seeds has actually got a 50% advantage now. They've wasted so much time pushing with that full ad. They do still have Thalash on the sniper, and Kunu is still on sniper as well, which, I don't know, I don't really agree with. Maybe he should be going scout here with such an advantage, but he's going to stay on it anyway, maybe because they know that Thalash is on sniper, they need that counter. So we do see Starkey just hiding around the drop-down area, ready for a force, but looks like Feint are going to be taking this Big Door.
Yeah, and they are looking to Big Door right now. Thalash actually gets Konu, and that's kind of slowed things down for Feint. They've decided maybe it's a good idea to rotate, look at a new area. They've got this advantage, so they may bring it in through choke now, as it's all really down to how they're going to break into this. But this advantage that they have is whittling away, and it's actually gone. Raymond's just about to get his Uber, so we're going to have this stalemate back on here. Bit of a reverse now. Feint are holding on their second, Samski, and there's a bit of pressure coming out on Big Door, but no headshots or any sort of picks right now. But I think that's what they're gaming for with Thalash taking quite a big wide hit, but Konu ends up going down to Thalash, and that's actually really decent for Se7en, as they do send in a scout into lobby. Gonna fight with callback whilst players fight. Captain goes down in Big Door. They're pushing the Se7en boys out. Feint are, and Demo takes a lot of damage. Raymond, everyone's super low there, but scout comes in. Tiger gets the force onto Seeds, and that's actually perfect for Se7en. Really well played, even though it's quite chaotic.
Yeah, and I don't know really what Callback was doing. He was just holding inside lobby. He wasn't holding like lower, and he wasn't holding the shutter to spam the sniper, so I don't really understand what he was trying to achieve there, but because of that, the sniper got so much space. It was only Ali there to really deny the sniper, and obviously he picked off Kunu really early there because there was no spam onto the sniper, so he had a free shot picking onto Kunu. So we do see Se7en moving into second here for free. And Seeds will have Uber for loss, so that's consolation, but we do see Thalash is still on sniper, obviously. He hasn't died yet. Let's see what he's going to be doing. He's going to be peeking lower at the moment, but I think Feint are going to be aware of this. Well, they are now, because Amarok's going to go down, and this might cue a sack from Se7en.
Yeah, they may be looking for it. Nice pressure coming out of callback to deny the people on launchpad. Starkey's just completely in. No one's there to deny him. He tries to make a play onto someone, tries to get Ali, gets cleaned up by Konu, but that was some nice rockets from him. And even with that, it's going to be a bit of bit of a bad time for Se7en. They're not going to be able to push in off anything right now, and Feint can just bully them out of all of these sightlines as they're trying to get Palash into something, Samski, to make that play. And he's currently holding River. You know, Sorex spots him out, but he's not able to get anywhere, not do that hero shot. It's quite a concise hold, wouldn't you say?
Well, I mean, just like Credu is now famous for it, but Thalash was like kind of the guy that's made a name for going for these sack and hero shots on Gullywash. He's got so many clips of it, so and he's so good at just rotating, taking one shot. Even if he's not killing people, he's just being a nuisance. And obviously, you see the Kunu sniper trying to get that counter pick, but it's almost like he's doing it just to pick off Thalash rather than going for a counter pick himself. So see how Feint are kind of denying this at the moment. I think they're, holding last is probably not one of their strengths because they're a bit of an antsy team. They're better when they're on the aggression. They do like slowing down the pace, but when they're in control of the game. So obviously, being on their last at the beginning of the game is not like an optimal position to be in. So we see at the moment both soldiers pressuring around the hills. Actually,
there's a
going to go to
rotation
Riverside.
coming out of
Palash is going for the hero shot.
He tries to land it, doesn't actually connect it, and both soldiers try and bully them out. Amarok and Korvac, nice jumps from them, just to deny that, and we're going to have a reset. Now, in my opinion, I feel like Thalash is now overstaying his welcome on the class, and maybe doing some sort of, just going for a sack, and then coming back on the scout and doing a play onto their last, sacking the player just to create that distraction for them to enter or get an exchange going, might be a good way to go. Just create some space for Starkey, something like that. Wouldn't you agree, Samski?
I mean, I would if it wasn't Se7en that's playing, because Se7en are like renowned for like playing really slow, and they're more than comfortable like when they're holding outside the enemy's loss just to give Thalash time. So we do see actually some cap time. Tiger's going to go down there. And,
Siege is super low, gets forced by Starkey as he goes in. Got Captain in as well, actually picks up Ali. That's a really good pick for them. We're going to see a back out from Se7en, and that was perfectly played within reason because they got two really good picks and got the force. And they have lost a few players as a result. They're going to get pushed out. Oh, that could have been so much better. It looked like it was going to be so good.
On the medic. He's on the big door. He's going to put Raymond down to 70, but nothing more.
Amarok goes for it as well. Gets the force on the Raymond, though. So that was a good bomb from him, but it's probably a really good Uber for Se7en as they get two picks straight away. That's 3 players down for Feint, and they look like they're going to go in. They do manage to do so. Starkey bombs across the point, bullies out Ali. They've got a little bit of time there. Domo just sticking that up, killing people.
Seeds with the Uber sword to Domo. He gets the Uber. Oh my god, massive play there from Seeds. And he's going to be able to pressure them out. Raymond actually also not having that much of an advantage as well. And the players are really weak. Thalash down to 40 HP, so Feint have an opportunity to be able to push out here, but Korvac was way ahead of his team. They were still in lobby, and a bit of miscommunication there. Kunu and Korvac both down, and Raymond's sitting with a 50% advantage now.
Yeah, and they're going to just be holding in lobby right now, Samski, looking for an opportunity to go, and they've got this advantage, so I think they're just going to go straight on it. There was a weirdly placed trap from Ali, but they didn't go anywhere near it, and they're going in. They've not got denied, they've just used it now. The sentry gun was being protected by that pyro, but it's going to go down anyway. And we're going to see a little bit of damage coming here and there. No one's really dying. It could be anyone sort of mid right now. It's just all down to the damage. And Starkey goes in, it picks up Domo. Picks up Sorex. Domo actually goes down to Amarok. And Amarok gets traded. Starkey goes in, just trying to deny. But Ali, look at that position.
Destroyed by Kunu. Gets reflected twice. The Uber's going to come out from Seeds as well. Captain should burn to death, and he does go down. Seeds obviously just used that Uber, and Raymond once again with the advantage. But this time, Domo has spawn in time. That early death kind of saved him. And once again, Feint use Uber to push them out of last, but don't achieve anything with it. And yeah, I mean, that was good hold, but
Ali was in a questionable position, actually. He was playing in that lower, entrance to water on the back of point, which was really good if anyone made sacks to the actual point, but he wasn't helping his team with any damage. And I feel like they could have cleaned house a little better, but they're coming in with this Uber 7R, and Amarok's in a bad position. He's going to get cleaned up. The sentry gun is up, and Connor's protecting that really well. They just managed to bring that down. Tiger is behind, though, just cleaning those sticks. He goes onto it, but no, the players try and deny him. got the heavy on. The Pudis is trying to do something, and it's not enough. And Tiger gets the first round for Se7en on the board. That was quite an interesting play. Well played by Tiger there, just to wait patiently.
I mean, Amarok going down there wasn't the worst thing in the world because he was kind of stuck in a forward position, so he got picked off. What I don't understand is when you have a disadvantage, usually you have your demo man holding the point from under, and you have the soldier watching Riverside. But Callback didn't just hold it; he pushed into Riverside and just gets completely destroyed by Saki, who's just watching it. So we do see both soldiers bombing in. They're going to pick off Ali this time, but both of them aren't going to go down. And Se7en have just increased their aggression.
Raymond goes down to Callback. Callback actually goes in and takes down Raymond, so they've actually got heals on the side of Feint, so even if they back up, they've got this advantage, Samski. And that was really well played by Feint there. Even though they've lost the mid, they've got that Uber advantage which they can use on second, which they're currently positioned quite nicely for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how Seeds ended up on the floor. Maybe he just could never get up, but it might have been something that they would have been able to fight there, but Amarok was pretty weak, so... We do see them with the Uber advantage. Starkey hiding on top of the lamp. Let's see if this is spotted. Doesn't look like it. He's going to be bombing onto Seeds. He's going to miss one rocket. He's going to hit another one. Seeds goes down. Sorry, he gets forced there. Starkey doing his job really well there. And Raymond is already at 70%. So this looks like Feint are going to cap this off. But Se7en are going to be in a position to push right out into it. And this is where Feint need to start, you know, playing with their flank a bit more. Because at the moment, they're just playing all together in one big huddle. And... it's not really exposing any gaps in the flank of Se7en.
Yeah, and Tiger's even just spamming from big door. They have no entrances blocked, so we're going to see Se7en just pour into this mid point. And there is a lot of spam going through both teams. Captains jumps over the point and does deal some damage on the people that are hanging out in big door, but everyone's going to get bullied out for Feint. They're going to get on to second, and mid... they didn't have to use Uber as well, so I think Se7en are going to go in. They take Captain in, Amarok gets some damage put on him. They still haven't used their Uber, but it's so close for Siege to get his, so there may be an exchange going on as Starkey goes in, tries to get the force out, but Starkey does go down to Sorex, and
look for
the
Callback,
Uber...
look for Callback. Callback's behind in choke. He's going to get one rocket onto Domo, gets a flash, and Callback's just going to be sitting behind here, but he's doing so much damage. He's going to pick off Captain, and he's going to get a flash of the Uber as well, and Domo's going to go down. Now it's just Raymond and Tiger left alive. Raymond's going to be stuck at big door, and it's just Tiger who's left behind. He's currently in the opposition's big door, but I don't think he's going to be doing anything. He's probably just going to be playing the nuisance player behind. He's just hiding in that big door at the moment. Amazing push there from Feint.
Yeah, good hold and good repush during the situation. Didn't let themselves get forced and actually ended up forcing out Se7en, which was really good. Starkey actually goes down to Konu. But yeah, on that, I feel like poor Raymond got absolutely mulched during that, but he did really good to try and stay alive as long as possible. But I feel like Feint just completely picked them apart during that whole fight, Samski.
Oh, Tiger gets spotted by Sorex, and this should be him going down. The sentry's also going to go down, which is, you know, on Gullywash is actually pretty important because a pirate can deny it really hard. Thalash is going to be sniping, but the Uber's going to come out straight away. Ali's going to get a nice damage onto Captain, but Captain's going to shotgun him down. Ali overextending there without the Uber flash, and Domo's just playing behind the point. And Se7en don't need to come out of spawn until Domo gets pressured, and Starkey's protecting him as well.
Yeah, and Tiger actually comes out, gets cleaned up by Sorex, but the heals of Raymond and Flash are in, but Callback!
Raymond came out of spawn. I said that they didn't need to do that.
Still sticking people! Oh, he nearly gets it! As the players do sack for point, but Se7en clean up everyone trying to sack. They're gonna have to back out, but no,
Sorex can do this. They're all so weak. Sorex, you can clean this up. Starkey's so weak. Starkey gets a rocket, and Seas is gonna clean him up.
No, wait. Oh, almost. Ali sacrifices himself for the good of the point and denies Tiger, and that's going to be 1-1 to both teams, Samski.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why Raymond decides to come out of spawn there. Like, when you've got your demo and soldier holding under the point, as long as they're not being pressured too hard, you can just sit and spawn. Like, there's no need to go out there. Raymond comes out of spawn with his scout and immediately Callback bombs from River. So we do go into the third mid. This time we see some aggression from the soldiers right onto Domo, but he's going to get cleaned up straight away. Captain once again going onto Ali, and Ali's going to survive. Oh my god,
Amarok, what a huge play from Amarok, cleaning up so many players. Tiger does go down, and Domo's the only one left, and that's a full wipe. to Se7en, and that's going to be a good advantage for Feint to roll this forward and get maybe into last or at least into river.
So what I've noticed the difference between the soldiers on the mid fights between the two teams is at the moment both the soldiers from Se7en are bombing together, so it's really easy for Feint just to focus both the soldiers because they're both on the players. Whereas at the moment Feint is sending Korvac first and then Amarok to clean up, and they're not coming from the same angle as well. So we saw there Korvac getting very aggressive onto Domo at the beginning of the mid, and then Amarok bombing from a completely different angle and then cleaning up Domo and Raymond. So we do see the Uber come out here.
Yeah, the Uber does come out and it's getting completely denied by that Pyro Tiger, just putting in some work of reflecting everything. Some players get cleaned up, but only Tiger going down just mean that we're going to see poor old Feint have to lick their wounds and back out, but Se7en not giving them any remorse. Captain goes in, tries to get Amarok in on the choke. Amarok manages to get away. Sorex was super low, but Feint are going to get their forward spawn, so they're going to be able to hold mid, and Se7en should be aware of this as they do go into mid. They have got this Uber advantage though, and I don't think they want to use it, but they can use it if they need to. But they've got the players in, they've got some really good pressure pushing those players out, and they're going to get mid for free as well.
Yeah, but they shouldn't get second here. Seeds is going to get his Uber up as well, and that was a really smart call there from Feint. Ali needs to be careful here. He doesn't get locked out, and the Uber's going to come out, and they don't know that Seeds has got the Uber here. Amarok's going to get launched. Oh my god, he nearly hit the air shot onto Starkey. He manages to clean up Amarok. That would have been sick if he had hit that.
They got a force onto Seeds. Oh no, there was an exchange. I didn't even see that exchange. I was too busy looking for the air shot as well.
As we do see Se7en actually going to be busting through choke there. Sorex is going to go down. Kunu's getting very weak. Starkey will go down on the flank, but the scouts from Se7en right now, the aggression from them is pushing them all the way back. Ali's going to get arrowed up 2 health, and Korvac's actually going to get cleaned up trying to escape with his life, and there's 3 picks in the hands of Se7en right now.
Yeah, and they're going to drive push this. They're going for launchpad right now. Sorex is on the pit, is trying to deny them. They're just spamming away. Ali takes a nice pipe straight to himself, and Captain goes in, double shotguns Ali down. So Thalash is actually
Raymond
below.
though goes down to Amarok again.
Wait, what?
Oh my! They overstayed their welcome. As soon as the spawns came out, they should have backed off. But Raymond was just sitting on balcony. Thalash is going to go down to the heavy as well, and it's just Starkey and Tiger left. Where is Tiger? Oh, he's on big door. He's not threatening the back cap, and Starkey's going to back off to mid as well. So Feint should be able to cap this and get onto mid with a full advantage.
What I was watching there, because Thalash was looking like he was going to go for a point play. So if they were able to do that, that would have been a really good bait for them to, try and get in onto the actual point. But it was just too little, too late, and as soon as they lost Raymond, that push was over. And Starkey, does that count as a wall bug? I don't know. Anyway, he's floating in that corner. I don't think anyone's seen him yet. He's still
didn't think this was allowed. I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's not allowed because I think he's surfing in the corner. But I don't know. They don't spot him at the moment, and I doubt anyone's going to check that because that's not a spot that you can really stand on. But he's going to be calling out all of the positions here, and obviously Feint has used that Uber, so he's going to go drop down onto Ali. He's going to pick him up as well. I don't know. That was a questionable position. I don't know if that's really allowed because I'm pretty sure there was a rule implemented to stop people from doing these sort of spots, but. He did it anyway, he picks off Ali and they managed to get mid there. Both teams should be able to get Uber in time. Seeds is on 95% at the moment, but it looks like they're actually going to give up second because they have no demo man at the moment. And Sorex is actually stuck in Riverside.
Yeah, he's fighting Thalash right now. Thalash just overstayed his welcome though. Amarok cleaned up for his friend. Sorex has now got the health pack, so they're managing to actually hold on to lobby. Ali does join in and just sticks that off, and now he's quite lone haul. He nearly got picked off by that sticky trap, but they don't know if Starkey's actually on the spy right now. They do pick up Domo though with a nice bomb from Amarok, and the attempt goes and he doesn't manage to do it. Starkey gets picked up rather quickly by Amarok. He tries to go for the play, but Seeds was just had his back against the wall and there was nothing that Starkey could have done there. But the Ubers have been exchanged in choke right now, Samski, and yeah, right now it's looking a little bit kind of equal. It was looking like it might have gone into favour of Feint, but they're just going to lick their wounds, back up, get their heals up, and we're going to have a classic stalemate right now.
Yeah, the only problem there was that Domo spawned just in time, otherwise I think they would have probably pushed that, but Ali was in no position there to lead lead the Uber through into choke, and both soldiers just exchange. So it's going to be a stalemate on second. 1-1 with 10 minutes left, and it's pretty even Stevens at the moment. Both teams are making mistakes, but both of them are also making, taking all the space they can with any advantage that they get. Both medics on 75% at the same time, so it's literally completely equal. We do see Starkey and Tiger trying to pressure the flank, and Tiger's actually going to get behind, but they know about this. They should be able to clean him up if it isn't for some sick plays, but I think Tiger's just trying to drag people behind.
Yeah, no one's really going too far back for him, and I think he's aware of that now as he's going into river. But whilst this is happening, both teams are exchanging spam. I think it's just a hunt for Tiger right now, as he's just being really patient. If they completely ignore him, he might be able to get in a good position, which he kind of has. He's got into a position where he can have a 1v1 in lobby, but he's not going to really commit to it. I think exactly what you said, Samski. He's just trying to drag people. But whilst that is happening, a Uber has come in on the Uber of Feint, and that's actually come out. And I don't feel like that was a really good decision. They've lost captain as a result. I don't really know what Se7en were trying to do there.
I mean, Tiger's trying to drag people behind, and old Sorex would have chased him a billion times by now, but new Sorex thinks, no, I must stay alive, I must not paster into him, and yeah, I don't really know what Tiger's trying to achieve here, but at the moment, like, apart from being distraction, he's not getting anything done, so I think he really needs to try and get into the fight. Amok and Kunu both go down to Starkey trading, and Tiger comes in now. He's going to pick off Ali. Really nice pick there, and Se7en have taken full advantage of this space created, and they're going to back off. Feint are going to back off until last.
Yeah, Feint managing to keep their players, but losing those 3 players so quickly was quite a detriment to their hold, and they're going to have to back out. I don't see any. Okay, so Sorex is on the heavy. Apart from that, yeah, Konu's just gone on to Pyro, so we've got a classic hold you tend to see on Gullywash last, and right now it's all down to what spaces they can make. But Starkey is on Spy, and he's actually gone behind quite easily. He can just call that information for his team, tell them what's actually going on as he's hiding in secret, and that just gives a little opportunity for Se7en because they know what's going on there. And actually we see Tiger go in behind. He might bait a point. Korvac calls it out, cleans up Tiger as a result, but Starkey goes in.
And yet he doesn't call it out for his team. Interesting that he was trying to arrow him. Maybe it was just a miscommunication. Seeds is actually falling down very low. It's going to go down to 20 HP. That was really weird because Seeds saw the spy a long way off and Kunu didn't turn around. So Kunu's going to fall down, but they did lose 2 people in the process. So Se7en are going to push off that, and I would be surprised. Yeah, Tiger's actually going to go sniper. I'd be surprised if Starkey stays on spy here. Oh, he is.
Oh, no,
is he checking?
He might be checking. Yeah, he's checking. He's checking for sniper, checking for their spy. Yeah, he was just checking out. But Amarok actually goes down to captain with a bit of spam exchange on launchpad. Now Korvac goes in, tries to get on to Tiger. He's actually taking a lot of damage. Korvac is. He nearly goes down. But Tiger gets absolutely destroyed by Ali. And
I was on Tiger's POV there. He was not far off from hitting that shot onto Seeds. That was incredibly close. That would have been a massive hero shot, and obviously he had a massive hero shot in the Golden Cap against Aurora Electro last week, so wouldn't be surprised if he pulls it out again. So yeah, Se7en are going to be in no rush here. They have the position that they want, and they're probably just going to keep Tiger on sniper until they get something done. Kunu's going to go counter sniper, but at the moment there's no real aggression from Feint here. They're just planning on holding this until Se7en make a mistake.
Yeah, and right now it's all about the rotations out of Tiger, and he's got spotted really quickly by Korvac. But he's gonna stay it, and Konu is watching that sideline as well. He may be able to get the hit onto him, but Tiger's getting a lot of space right now. He manages to get a fully charged body shot onto Konu, but that's about it. Korvac is spamming them. Starkey goes down to Konu. What a shot!
He got destroyed. He got juggled up by Amarok, or Korvac, sorry, and then headshot by Kunu. Absolutely destroyed. Oh my god, but Korvac jumps in and gets body shot in craters, so both teams losing their roaming soldier, and Ali's actually gonna. Why would he do that? He just overextends and almost gonna go down to Kunu. So yeah, this is really messy right now. And then Amarok's peeking and Seeds is used. I don't understand what's going on. Tiger's gonna peek Riverside, and I think he's probably just trying to sack because he doesn't want to stay on sniper anymore. Actually, the exchange is gonna come, and this is really confusing. What is going on right now? The Uber's gonna come out from Se7en. They've got them to the point, and they're actually gonna win this. What on earth happened there? People were just peeking the snipers left, right, and centre, and then Seeds suddenly used.
That
like
was
during that.
so disorganized. That was just a mess. Poor Feint. But yeah, Domo was super aggressive. So even though he got headshot, as soon as Ali went down, he started peeking through Shutter, and I feel like that would have been where the force actually happened onto Seeds. So coming into this fourth mid, right now Korbak's very aggressive onto Domo. We've got Starkey bombing in, actually trying to clean up. Sorex actually manages to do so. Amarok takes a lot of damage as well. He's super low, but 2 players down, both scouts down for Feint, and they're not even staying any longer. They're gonna have to hold on to second. There's a lot of pressure is coming out of Se7en, and Amarok denying Starkey coming in, but the rest of his team all holding big door. Domo actually takes a bit of a direct from Korbak, but right now just classic exchanges. It looks like there's going to be a rotation out of both teams, and we're going to have the stalemate back at, your standard stalemate for Gullywash.
I don't really agree with Kunu going sniper again here. Like, he is a very good sniper, but quite clearly he hasn't been hitting things today. Like, he's got out-sniped a couple of times, and it's not like he's been going off like he's been renowned for in the past. So, I mean, I'm guessing they're just hoping that he's going to be able to drop Raymond here. He's getting pressured really hard in big door, but yeah, as you said,
Korbak's a bit overextended. He's actually going to get picked up as a result.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see what Ali's doing on this mid. He used to be really, really like strong on this map, but I haven't really seen him do anything as of yet. Maybe it's because they're taking a lot of soldier Ubers, but I haven't really seen him do anything, and he's actually going to get pressured into lobby by a scout who, it is Tiger, I think. He's just hiding down in that lower position, so let's see if he can do anything.
Yeah, he's now rotating into lobby. He may be able to get a play onto someone, but no one spots him. He can give a decent amount of information for his team as Raymond's actually taking his team in a bit forward. Captain tries to create some space. Tiger probably wants to use this bit of a distraction to come in, but he doesn't decide to. I feel like that would have been a good opportunity to make a play onto Seeds there, but instead...
I think Tiger's plan here is not to go onto the medic, but to clean up at the end of it.
Ali actually gets picked up in choke by the lash.
He was actually spawn camping Kunu, so that's what happened there, and the force is going to come off from Seeds, but it's a terrible Uber. Tiger is still behind as well. I'd be very surprised if Seeds gets out of here. He's going to go down very weak. He's going to get cleaned up. This is a complete mess. Disaster. Once again, Ali gets picked off really early, and that's going to cost them the push. I don't know what he was doing overextending there. Tiger picked off Kunu on the respawn as well, so they were 2 players down there.
Oh
my god, this is just destruction from Se7en.
But yeah, Se7en are just putting so much pressure onto the point right now. They've got 3 players on there. That's going to be the third, and I feel that's, with a minute 30 left, that's the final nail in the coffin. And I think this map is going to go to Se7en on this. Well, I know this map's probably going to go on Se7en.
Yeah, I mean, it's a minute 20 left, so it's impossible for Feint to win this. They can still get one round if they manage to roll it. Consolation round, but I'm a little bit disappointed, to say the least, from Feint's performance. They showed up, like, in that, that first half, but then since then, really haven't shown anything, and both soldiers are going to bomb to Seeds. That's an amazing play there from the soldiers. Absolutely clean them up.
Oh,
Korbak and Sorex are going to go do the exact same onto the medic, and now it's just a DM fest, but it's just Kunu left. He's in a 1 versus 2, and he's going to fall down very weak. Thalash is going to pick him off, and that was a really good sync bomb there from the soldiers. And even though Feint managed to do the same onto Raymond, I think the damage that had been done left Se7en in a predominant position, and they pick up the mid.
Yeah, they do, and they're trying to get second. I think they're trying to see if they can really hurt Feint's mood and get all the way and get another point on the board for them. And right now, a lot of players holding. Actually, Tiger just takes it in with Sorex, just trying to stop them. Manages to do so, but Domo's going to pick him up, and there is a 2-player advantage already. Amarok takes a lot of damage. Domo is spamming. 10 seconds left. I think this is garbage time right now, so they're just going to push no matter what. Captain bombs in, tries to create something. Connie takes a lot of damage. 3 players are.
Oh my god, are they going to get the round?
Oh, they are going to get the round. Oh no, they nearly. That was so close.
Yeah, that was close, but yeah, I don't know really what happened there. Like, Feint looked really strong at the beginning, even though they lost the first round. They still looked really strong.
They brought it back to
even it out to 1-1, and it was 1-1 with 10 minutes left. And then I don't know. It seemed like a couple of the players from Feint's concentration just lapsed, because Ali kept dying in stalemate situations, which he should never do. He should be always playing behind the soldier in a choke. Like, he should never be the one that's pressuring the choke at all, especially when he's defending second. And then, I don't know, just the decision to put Kuno on sniper all the time towards the end just really wasn't working. Like, he wasn't getting that many picks. And then obviously when Domo managed to force seeds there, which we didn't see, was like the nail in the coffin, and they managed to make it 3-1 with a minute left. So yeah, really well played there from Se7en. Like, they kept their heads, and they had 10 minutes left and they were outside Feint's last, and eventually Feint buckled, and they deserved to win the map in the end, I think, even though Feint put a strong performance on the first half.
But also, yeah, have you got hold of the logs, Samski? It's been posted.
Yeah, let's take a look at the logs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a quick look right now, just on a couple of things. So, for example, Thalash. Let's have a look at his. So he had a really good run on Scout, 24-6. Some good cleanup from him I saw throughout the game. He didn't actually get that many kills on Sniper. He only got 3 out of the 24. So most of the time he was doing a large majority of his work through his Scout play. And I feel like he did some really good cleanup. And he was just always kind of... I don't know who's in charge right now. Would it be Captain? I know.
No, it's like a shared thing between like Thalash, Domo, and Raymond. Sorry, not Domo, but Starkey. But it's like, I mean, you say Thalash only got 3 kills on Sniper, but in 6 minutes he did 2k damage and went 3-0. Whereas you compare Kunu, as I was mentioning before, he played 8 minutes as Sniper, did 1100 damage. Like 2-4. I mean, that's not the stats that I'm used to seeing from Kuno on Sniper. And that's why I was saying, like, towards the end of the game, I didn't agree with him going Sniper. They should have just kept it Cookie Clutter, like gone for maybe a trade. Like you see from Feint Soldiers, they had a really strong performance. Like both of them doing like pretty good damage. Callback like pounding like on the flank. But if you've got a pocket scout on the other team that's 24-6, you're gonna be struggling to play against that, especially when Kunu didn't really have a great game. And once again, you see Ali as well, like both Demoman not doing a lot of damage, but Ali died 7 times more than Domo. Seed's only dying 3 times in the game, but it doesn't really matter if they're not like converting these Ubers. We saw a couple of like failed Uber pushes from Feint, like onto last or onto like using Ubers just to get like midpoints, whereas Se7en were successfully able to get control of midpoints without using Uber like consistently. So even though Seeds had like 5 more Ubers, I think it was 15 Ubers to 10, and died substantially less than Raymond, like Se7en's team were able to convert like just pressure like Feint out of positions a lot more successfully.
Yeah, I think, and one thing to note, so you mentioned earlier about the damage on the demos not being that strong, but I feel like both these teams are a lot more soldier centric than a few other teams in the league. Like Se7en, to me, I don't get me wrong, I think Cadis is a fantastic player, but I think he's a great leader. That's what makes him so good. And I feel like Starkey underperformed a little bit. Because we usually see, especially if you remember the days of Captain and Drac, I think everyone does, that was an extremely strong soldier pair, and I feel like Korvac and Amarok are kind of the same in their own way. You get what I mean?
I mean, they're both strong soldiers, but their playstyles compared to Captain and Drac are completely different.
Yeah.
And like Korvac and Amarok are both really, really aggressive, which you can see in their stats. Like they're doing a lot of damage, but they're also dying a lot. And I wouldn't say that Se7en are soldier centric. Like we saw their performance at LAN and similarly through this season as well so far. Like even though Captain like a very strong pocket, and he has been playing a little bit more passive now because they haven't got a strong main caller. Like I still think that their main concern is like putting the soldiers forwards, especially on mid fights. Like sacking them in and then just working off the damage. And I know Domo didn't really have like a crazy performance on that map, but having spoken to a couple of like current Prem players, people were saying that Gullywash isn't like Domo's strongest map. Whereas if you take Product, for example, in the 2 Product weeks, Domo was absolutely pounding. So maybe it's just a slightly weaker map for him. Whereas, as I mentioned during the game itself, Gullywash used to be a really strong map for Ali, and to go 10-15 and not really do that much damage. And towards the end of the game, it looked like Feint were a bit lost. It was like they were missing a main caller. So I don't know if there's something wrong with Ali, but I think that's what needs to change on this map, especially Snakewater, which is probably more of a stalematy map and so needs a strong main caller so people keep their discipline.
Yeah, just saying going on to the next map. So obviously these teams have changed quite a bit. You're no longer on the Feint roster, and there's been a pretty much, apart from Tiger and Talash, a full roster switch up for Se7en. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys, previous exchanges will bring them forward. But we are here, just for people who just joined us, this is the Season 31 Week 4 Prem between Se7en and Feint, and we're coming on to this first mid right now, and we're waiting to see. Korvac actually goes in, big bomb onto Raymond. Amarok then joins in later, tries to make something. They both get cleaned up, but Raymond gets cleaned up by Ali. Ali is actually going to get exchanged for that, and they've lost quite a lot of players, Feint, but they got the Uber advantage, Samski, and I feel like that has to be quite a positive for.
Tiger's gone behind. Feint. He hasn't been spotted. I'm just saying he's just going to be onto the medic now. He's going to get one nice meat shot, but Kunu's going to pick him off there. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that they have advantage, but they did that multiple times in the last game, and as we saw in the logs there, 5 Ubers didn't work, so, it's all well and good that, but Ali sacking in on a mid-fight just for the medic kind of seems a bit weird. I mean, they're going to have that Uber now, but Raymond's already on 30%. If they give up this midpoint, they're probably going to and manage to force out the Uber. Then it's probably just going to be,
Starkey.
Exactly. Oh my god, nice bomb there from Starkey. Going to get massive damage there, and he's going to get seeds. And Raymond's actually hasn't been building that well. He's only on 65%, so
Korvac actually goes in, gets destroyed by Captain. Oh, nice little pop up from him. Got the direct on him in the air as well. Nice midi. And things are going to reset, but advantage, like you mentioned earlier, is on Raymond for Se7en. So they're going to look to go into mid right now. And we've got Captain bombing in, being the first one, taking that high ground, dealing some damage. Amarok takes a lot. Tiger actually gets cleaned up by a trap from Ali. And they do manage to get the mid, but there's a back cap going on. Sorex is actually behind, having a fight with Starkey. I don't know who's going to win on that one, but it doesn't matter because the point has been Captain middle. Ali actually goes down to Captain. Nice aggression from Captain.
Why is Ali playing lower when his whole team are in Saw? That doesn't make sense. They've just given away a pick, so they now get second. Seeds almost has Uber. If Ali had stayed alive there, they could have delayed and they could have forced second with Uber. But now Ali's going to go down. Captain's going to go in because they've got a pick, and this is just really sloppy from the demo man from Feint.
And the aggression coming out of Captain during that whole section was so powerful. I felt like Feint weren't really able to deal with just that constant. As soon as they lost Ali, they couldn't deal with that constant, relentless force coming towards them. And we're going to see things kind of calm down. It is an equal situation. Don't see. Okay, Konu was actually on spy. Is he coming out or is he just checking?
I think both of them are spy checking, which is kind of hilarious because both of them are going to think they're on spy. But Thalash is going to go sniper. Kunu's probably just waiting because he probably knows that Thalash is doing the same thing. Tiger's going to go down in the meantime, which is probably just a sack, but they do have a sniper now anyway. Kunu's going to go counter sniper, and yeah, we're in the same position that we were in Gullywash. Sorok's is going to try and get aggressive in lobby, but he's going to get denied by Captain, and now we have a stalemate outside last of Snakewater, and this is a really, really strong position for attacking snipers as Stocky actually goes down there.
Yeah, Stocky did go down and lower, but I feel like that's really good for a headshot landed on, I don't know who, but Konu actually landed a pretty concise. Who was that on? I didn't even see, but it did sound quite nice to me. But yeah, Ali's so far forward. We've mentioned this before, but if Amarok didn't kill Starkey there, I feel like Ali would have gone down because he was just holding towards the access to lower there, and it just feels like he's not really reining himself in enough. I feel like, look how far forward he is right now in an equal situation. He is getting that damage, but he's taking a lot of damage as a result. He goes down to 80 health. It's just a little questionable.
I don't really know what's happening right now, but I hope that they can turn it around, because it'd be really disappointing if the reason why this second map isn't close is because of just lost concentration. The first map was close for the most part, so let's hope that it stays that way, as we do see Thalash in one spot that they really like to do is hold exactly that Tiger opening the shutter while Thash is just playing the ramp, and he's going to pick off Kunu. And they know that Seeds is in this corner as well because they can see the beam. So wouldn't be surprised if someone tries to sack. Seeds is going to take a couple of rockets as well. And Starkey's going to bomb into him. It's going to land straight in his face. Seeds would have dropped there if he hadn't popped there. So that was a must pop there. Stuck in that corner. It's great if you're against snipers, but obviously it's so easy for you to get spammed from drop down and from the shutter. And then if someone just bombs in the right, Seeds had nowhere to go there. So it's going to be full advantage for Raymond, and Thalish is still on the sniper as well. So if they get control of this top right area, actually the Uber's going to come from left.
Yeah, they've got a lot of time onto the point. There's no denial from Feint, and they lose that round, Samski. And that's going to be 1-0 to 7 on Snakewater.
Yeah, I think Ali went down before that, so he had no stickies on point. He had respawned, but yeah, there was no denial on the point whatsoever. They just played the point, and that was a great Uber push from Se7en, and really smart played there once they knew that Seeds was in that position. So we do go into the second mid. We're going to see Domo substantially faster than Ali actually this mid fight, but he isn't going to miss the sticky onto him. And let's see, both Feint soldiers are going to bomb very aggressively, but Callback's going to get cleaned up very, very quickly, and Starkey's actually going to land on top of Seeds, and he goes down as well.
Ali actually really far across the point, takes a lot of damage, going to get cleaned up by Captain as he goes in. Amarok with the exchange, but it doesn't matter because Tiger and Thalash come in and clean up Connie and Amarok, and the chase is on as they are trying to back out. Thalash is doing quite a hard chase. Seeds and Sorex should be able to get out. They are going to back out and go on to second. But yeah, really good cleanup. And, you know, post-bomb fight from Se7en, they just started cleaning up players when they could, especially when Captain came in and dealt so much damage to all those players.
Ali's actually really, really aggressive in lobby by himself once again. He is going to be able to back off in time, but one thing I was going to mention is, speaking about my previous playtime in Feint, and Ali's going to die overextending in lobby. He's going to get flanked from low, and we'll talk about that later because it looks like Se7en should be able to push for this. Are they going to pressure left side? I think they are. Yeah. Tiger's going to bomb in. He's actually going to go for a sack here, but Seeds is all the way in spawn. They should just get the point here. They're going to stack the point. Seeds is going to drop to Starkey. I didn't even know he was on sniper there, and the Uber hasn't even been committed yet, and they kept the point. I mean, this is really poor from Feint right now.
So the sentry placement was really not effective at all. It didn't have any sightline on to the point. Captain and Tiger just rushed in. Really good point presence coming out of Captain, just denying Amarok as he tries to defend it. And now coming onto this third mid, Ali and Domo are very close in sort of speed. I hope Ali reins himself in a little bit during this. If he just stays back, deals some damage. Starkey's actually gone behind. I don't know if anyone's spotted him out, as he is going to come in now onto Ali. Deals a little bit of damage, but not able to do too much.
He's created so much space. Domo's walked all the way forward, and Captain's got Amarok's going to get completely denied, and Callback's going to get spammed back as well. Actually, they have managed to push Se7en back a little bit, but and Starkey is going to get cleaned up from behind, but Ali's got nothing loaded.
This damage.
Oh my god, he manages to pick off both there. And an overextension from Captain and Tiger there, and Ali manages to get two stickies down onto the floor and clean them up, and actually suddenly turn this around.
Ali just jumps across point, gets a shot in the air by Domo. That was... He should have just chilled out a bit, just walked forwards with his team, just secured it. And right now, Se7en holding in choke actually. We're looking to maybe go back in or at least catch someone out. And back into this sort of classic stalemate position once again. Captain's dealing a lot of damage to players where he can. And you know,
I'm hoping we have a stalemate because I really want to talk about what the difference is. So when I played on Feint at LAN, and obviously we took a map off Se7en on this map, and even before that this was quite a strong map for Feint. The difference that I've noticed now is that both the Feint soldiers bomb extremely early and like the same place and really predictably onto Se7en. Whereas it's like the complete change around from what Se7en used to do and what Feint used to do, which is Feint used to sit back and wait for the aggression of Adiski and AMS and then clean them up and
then go,
oh my god, we missed! Oh my
god!
I was yattering away, and then suddenly Corvac comes in and launches Raymond and destroys him.
Please tell me we got that on stream. I thought that was insane. Oh, he jumped in, he skipped off someone's jump, and the player's gone on the seats and they managed to force it. And he just got two really nice directs onto Raymond, and Raymond went down. Woo.
I mean, a saving grace is that Seeds got forced there onto second, so I don't know if Feint are going to be trying to get aggressive here, but the spawners are going to come up for them now. I don't really think that they can. Corvac's going to try and jump through a sticky trap. They're going to try and force the issue anyway. There's a level 3 sentry as well, and Amarok's going to get pinged up. But there's a scout on the point! Oh my god! Saw it, picked off Captain, he nearly got the cap time, and there's no way that Se7en can get aggressive here. Surely!
That was so close. Oh. That was so close, but the pressure's coming out of Se7en. They're pushing people out. They managed to get second. And Ubers are completely equal, so we're probably going to see a classic stalemate. Amarok's actually on Spy right now.
Yeah, this is something that would not be predicted. Amarok never off classes, so the fact that he's gone Spy, this is just an instinct play, and no one's really looking around for it at the moment as well, so this could be really good. They just need some form of distraction. Yeah,
I feel like the rest of Feint need to start being really aggressive in Saw just to try and create something to happen, but he's got so many players around him. He just needs to be as patient as possible.
Oh, they're spy checking now. It's too obvious. Like, Feint have no aggression right now, and Amarok's going to go down. Like, Feint are usually really aggressive, and Starkey's actually going to bomb behind as well. So now they've got a player behind as well, and Ali gets cleaned up for an overextension again. I don't know if that was an overextension that time, or Siege just left and dropped Ali. But they should have taken a trade there. Corvac's going to go down, but Starkey's going to go down on the flank as well. But Raymond hasn't even used the Uber yet, and Feint are 3 players down.
What I feel happened there, Samski, is Siege read the situation and knew that there was going to be a bit of aggression coming out of Se7en, so he started to back out. Ali wasn't quick enough. He was in a decent position at the time, but he just didn't react quick enough to start backing out. So I don't feel like he's too far forward. But speaking of overextension,
what is he doing?
That is overextension. Oh
my god!
Captain gets seeds. Oh my god! Captain gets seeds. Seeds too far close to that shutter, and they're going to Uber in right now. Captain's going to create a bit of space, but I don't think they need it. They've got the point pretty much cleaned up. Korvac and Sorex are on Doma. Doma's getting bounced left, right, and center. Konu goes down. Captain gets cleaned up. This is extremely scrappy. I don't know who's actually going to win this. Sorex gets super low.
Ali is just standing above Domo. They're both looking at the same place. He's going to get jumped by Starkey now. He's going to get an arrow and actually call back to the rescue. He's going to pick off 2 there. Raymond's going to go down to Korvac as well. So
Tiger's in.
A massive player there.
Oh, he manages to get a player, but he gets cleaned up. Nice shot from Ali to clean up.
Captain's hiding underneath, but yeah, massive play there from Korvac. Really well played on the defense there, and hopefully this is going to be the point for Se7en and no more. But Captain, how did he not get spotted by Amarok there? He just jumped above him. He's going to get 1 rocket onto Seeds, but nothing else, and he's going to go down. How did Amarok not see him there by pushing him out?
I have no idea. I was kind of like, huh? Did he not react? Did he not look? I guess Amarok was in autopilot at that moment, but luckily he wasn't punished too hardly for it, and only a little bit of damage went on to Seeds, and he didn't force or drop. And Starkey goes in onto a bomb to deny those players coming out of Saw. He gets cleaned up, but that was well read by him. Nearly got Seeds, but Sorex gets cleaned up by Domo, and we're going to see, Se7en are holding in Saw. They're getting spammed by so many different angles right now. They're going to have to back out onto second.
Yeah, Thalash is on Sniper as well, so maybe they kind of want to slow down the pace, because Feint are kind of getting some grip now in this game. It looks like they're kind of, getting a bit of aggression and cohesion. The Seeds does get forced though, and Kunu's going to die to try and get the force off Raymond. They still have the Sniper here, but they have full advantage. They should be pushing into mid here with no problem.
Siege surfed really nicely around into choke, and he's managed to join up with his team. Korvac taking a lot of damage, nearly dies to full damage, but saves himself. And the aggression is coming out from Se7en once again. Ali is trapped all on his own. There's no one with him.
He's going to get picked up by Captain. Surely. Oh my god. He's going to manage to survive, is he? Oh my god, the Captain! That was an amazing rocket. Manages to pick off Ali. And Sniper is still out from Thalash. Seeds need to be careful here. He's on the balcony, but Thalash is not going to be able to hit the shot in time. But once again, they still do have a small advantage, enough to be able to get control of this top left side. Captain's going to bomb straight in, try and create some space here.
Starkey's going in with the bomb on
Thalash can hit anything. He drops in! Nice shot there from Thalash, amazing play. And exactly what I said, the Uber's going to come out here, and now Feint are completely just sacking all of their players in. Starkey is going to get cleaned up by Sorex behind, but that's going to be the last player alive, and that's 3-0.
Oh, that shot from Thalash.
Beta.
He's missing everything. Well, we're sorry. But more importantly, we're on this fourth mid. It's 3-0 to Se7en. Se7en have been very strong this map so far, Samski. It's loads of mistakes from Ali, bless him. I feel like he's overextending a bit too much. And I feel like there's a bit of team discord, so to speak, for Feint, as they don't seem to be that coherent. But Callback goes in, so
nice
much damage onto
Falash there by Callback. But once again, it's the same thing. Both Feint soldiers going uber aggressive, and then they're so weak, they can't do anything. Sorex is actually going to get aggressive onto Domo. Nice bombs there onto Se7en. Captain's actually going to be behind. Ali's falling down very weak.
Amarok got Raymond!
How did that happen? Was he hiding behind still?
He was both Callback and Amarok were in Saw. Amarok was by pack. Raymond started backing out, but he had a bunch of players around him. Amarok just came around the corner and shot him, basically.
Right, we do have Tiger hiding in kitchen. He's going to get onto Se7en straight away. Oh my god, where? Like, Se7en was just delaying his push. I don't know what for, but because of that, the players walked ahead, and Ali's actually going to get
a nice pipe onto him.
Oh, he's going to be able to survive. I thought he was going to die there. Tiger's actually going to go down, and Sorex is going to go in for Raymond, but he's going to get no damage, and he's going to get cleaned up, and Captain is still behind fighting Callback.
Oh, they're just having a little MGE fight. Captain, super low, manages to get the... But, we've got Konu coming back to try and clean him up. Captain's just being a good little distraction.
Yeah.
And that has created a nice opportunity for Se7en. They are in mid right now, and they're taking control of it.
Yeah, and they have no advantage as well, so either this is a miscalculation from Seeds, or like just the fact that Captain was behind has dragged them all the way back. But either way, Se7en have managed to cap mid with a disadvantage, and Seeds are going to be sitting on that Uber. Se7en not far behind Raymond on 85% right now, and I don't know, Feint look completely lost right now.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting because Ali's again really far forward. Callback's dealing a lot of damage from choke, and gonna have that stalemate. Tiger's very aggressive. He's just walking forward onto Ali. Nearly cleans up Ali. Luckily, Sorex there was to protect him, and that's a sack play. Off class maybe from Tiger.
I mean, I don't know, but obviously they've kind of realised that Ali is not like in top shape right now, so they're just going to be sacking for Ali. We've seen it a couple of times now where Tiger's just rushed Ali down. So, I mean, Ali really needs to be careful because obviously Se7en have got their number right now. Tiger's going to be on spy to check, and Raymond goes down there to a body shot. Kunu peeking from low, and he's going to pick off the medic there. And Tiger is on the spy, but that call was not soon enough because Kunu managed to pick off Raymond there when he was completely in no man's land. Stocky's going to go down as well.
Look at Amarok and Sorex though. They took so much damage. A sticky or a rocket would have killed them all, but Tiger, they're not aware of the spy. I don't think they're aware of the spy. Oh, we've got to pause.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
So, like, look at this positioning right now. Like, no one has a clue that Tiger is on spy. And I feel like if he can get that pick onto Seeds, it can change the entire situation for Se7en. But otherwise, this is a good play to last. Like they may be able to do it if they can get into second for free.
I don't know.
If
it's a difficult situation right now. Like Tiger's on spy, but it'll be very difficult for him to be able to do anything without the aggression from Raymond. But they're not going to have any aggression from Se7en's team, like with the heals at least, because Seeds has 100% and Raymond has 11%. So they're going to be expecting like sacks, but apart from that, I think, I don't know. It would be very impressive if Tiger manages to get Seeds here. And obviously Kunu's still on sniper as well, so if I were Feint, they would be leaving a scout to cap onto second here and try and push into last, just like Se7en did, and try and drop Raymond. But let's see what they do. But yeah, I mean, right now, as I was saying before Callback did that play and dropped Raymond all the way back then. On the mid fights, it's just very predictable from the Feint soldiers at the moment. They're both doing the same skip jumps, one from top left, one from top right, both landing on the right hand side or towards Saw. And Se7en are just waiting for them right now. And what's really like impressed me on this map is that Tiger and Falash never leave Raymond on mid fights. And we did see Amarok clean him up, but he was hiding on the pack there and they were backing off, so maybe they just had forgotten that the soldier was behind. But apart from that, they've been playing like around the beam or mid fights so well that it's really good to see that they've like obviously taken away from LAN and thought, okay, how can we improve on this map? What have we been doing wrong? And yeah, it's looking like a really strong performance from them thus far.
Oh, we got the pause. Yeah, I feel like Snakewater is one of those mids where it feels like there's only real one way to play. A lot of teams kind of feel this way, where it's just, you know, sending your soldiers over the top, let them create some sort of distraction, or at least, you know, deal a lot of damage, and then you clean up on that. But it is nice to see, like you mentioned, there is a very calm and collected Captain and Starkey looking to bomb in a little bit later. Like we've seen Captain, there was a brilliant moment where Ali overextended, and during that overextension he took a lot of damage from the scout, and it was called, and Captain just jumps over, one rockets him, gets the kill. Amarok manages to clean him up, but all of those Seven players just knew that was the spot where they were going to try to cluster up Feint, and they got so many frags from it.
Yeah, as I think it was Starkey, just viewing the game info, I think it was Starkey that left, so hopefully he has rejoined the server now, so hopefully we'll be getting underway rather soon, but obviously this is in the future, so don't know if we have any like reset options. Obviously if the medics were healing, we still have the bug where they're going to be building Uber, so I don't know if that's what the teams are like sorting out after Starkey has joined, whether they like give up certain points, but do have quite a lot of time left on the map. I think it was probably about 13-14 minutes left when the pause started, so a substantial amount of time for Feint to be able to get into the game, especially if they manage to convert this Uber advantage. But first of all, they need to hold back their soldiers a bit, like, because their aggression's really not doing anything on mids. Like they're just getting focused down, and I think we need to see Ali and to a lesser extent Kunu as well, like to stop them from dying, because both of them have had relatively little impact on both of the maps. So both of those players were really strong for Feint in the past, and I think even though Kunu's not in a calling position for the team, obviously having a really strong performance on Pocket Scout is going to contribute a lot to helping your demo man, like being able to stay alive. Obviously if Ali's overextending, that's a little bit different, as we are actually going to go live. So let's see if this spy play from Tiger actually works. Maybe he's just going to block this midpoint. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's just going to position himself, just look through, and Se7en are actually really passive here. Only Starkey left in forward spawn, so I doubt he's going to be able to sack. We do see Tiger. He's going to be coming behind. Ali. He's going to get onto Seeds. He bottom knives him. He's going to fail it. Ali's going to go down, but Seeds manages to survive with a face stab to the face from Tiger, and yeah, they do have still a massive advantage as the Uber is going to come up from up top. I don't know how much Raymond's on right now because my HUD is broken.
80%. He's on 80%, and the bombs are coming in from both Korvac and Amarok. They're trying to get a play onto Raymond.
Raymond's got
they
down.
Get him. Oh, beautiful. And they're going to be able to reset onto second. Everyone's slipping and sliding right now on my screen. And yeah, if you want to reload your HUD right now, you're welcome to.
Yeah, I'm going to do that quickly so we can see. But obviously we've just got Seeds and Ali left on second here, so maybe an opportunity for Se7en to get in, but the spawners are going to come through for Feint, and Seeds sitting with a hefty 30% advantage. But Snakewater is a notoriously hard last to push, especially if you're up against a team that's like fully set up. I think this is where the pause is going to happen, because I don't see Starkey on the server. Oh, and that was actually really smart from Raymond there. Raymond, before they paused, actually pulled out his Uber Saw, so he wasn't healing, so they obviously discussed it. So the Uber is going to come out here, but Raymond is nowhere near his Uber yet. Ali's just going to be staying on that sniper, see if he can hit a hero shot. But they have only got the sentry gun with this Uber. Raymond's at 70% already, and there's no real aggression on him.
Huge amount of damage. Captain actually gets picked up by Ali as well. Samski, like, Se7en are just cleaning house right now. They're getting so much damage onto him. Never mind, they're losing players. So many seconds to the point. Oh! There we go. Feint. That was much better from Feint, Samski. I feel like that was a lot better from Feint. They knew how they were going to take that forward, and Yeah, that was really good.
It was a bit close. They left like playing the point like to the last second because Raymond was on 95%, but they did do it in the end. I think Amarok started playing the point and it brought the scouts forward with their medic, and eventually they picked off Tiger and Thalash and got the point. So well played to them as we do go into the fifth mid. Mid. Korvat's going to be bombing behind again, but he's going to fall down extremely weak and very aggressive mid from Se7en.
Yeah, and Konu actually goes down. Starkey goes in. A lot of damage onto Seeds. Amarok cleans him up. Raymond goes down to Ali. Woo! He's back, boys.
A stray pipe from Ali, and he manages to pick off the demo mat and the medic. Captain's actually going to be sitting in window here. And actually, I think they're just going to be positioning themselves. This is actually really smart from Captain. Ali's going to be checking it, so that's really well played there from Ali. But they're just denying the push.
Oh! Thalash just goes straight in. 2 shots, Ali. Oh, that's not good. And there's so many players in so many different positions for Se7en that they can just go straight onto... Oh! No! Siege drops a player right next to him as the bombs come out from the Se7en players, and they're just playing on this advantage. They haven't got a heal advantage.
Oh no,
they've got
Tiger's
the
behind as well. Tiger's waiting for Seeds to back off. He doesn't leave the shots. He picks him off, and Raymond's going to be sitting with a massive Uber advantage now. And I don't know what that Uber was there from Seeds, but they didn't even get half the cap time on mid there, and they didn't get any aggression onto Se7en. And Kunu's going to get picked off there as well, and Se7en are just slowly but surely pushing back off. We're going to see a massive block there from Korvat and Amarok. They're going to be able to not pick off Raymond.
Raymond
Raymond does go down.
Oh no, he
does crater to Amarok, and Sorix is going to pick off 2 at the end, but it's going to be Domo and Thalash left. I thought he had survived there, but he did crater.
He read that so well though. He got a really nice surf. I feel like if it was one soldier, he would have been able to deal with it, and it just meant that Se7en effectively got a wipe and just walked all the way to last, and that's 4-1. 7 minutes left. I think Feint would really have to bring up their game, Samski.
I think it's impossible, but I don't know how quickly Snakewater caps, but I'm thinking it's about 1.5 minutes per round, which makes it impossible for them to be able to draw this, so... Oh, actually, no, they could do it if they rolled every single round, but I don't think Se7en will let them do that. But we're going to see it anyway. Callback, once again, going really aggressive. He's going to pick off Domo this time with the help of Amarok. So first successful bomb, but Ali's going to go down as well from the counter-aggression of Captain, getting a nice rocket onto Seeds as well. Seeds is so weak, and now he's dodging from 2 angles. Sorix and Kunu are both very weak, and Se7en are going to chase this. Surely, they've gotten so much damage. But Amarok's still behind.
Oh, he just gets suspended in the air. Levitation from Thalash and Tiger. And the fight's happening between the 2
space, and both the scouts from Feint are pushed in here. But they're not focusing the same scout. And Raymond's got Uber up, and so is Seeds. But Seeds is backed off here.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to Thalash really. Fear question mark in chat. As it was a good decision from Seeds because he didn't want to exchange. Like, that would have been a really bad time to exchange because of the state of the respawners. There's a lot more 7 players up than Feint at that moment, and I feel like it would have been a really bad post-Uber fight. But Starkey goes in, tries to get on someone. He gets Ali. What a bomb from him!
And
that strafe. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, just. Look at this, Tiger's just walking and he's going to force
Oh my god, he gets away with it! How did they let him get away with that?
Going in to try and get the counter-aggression, and Ali's going to spawn now as well, but Raymond's had a much better Uber. And Tiger, once again, he actually survived that when he managed to force CT, ran behind. He's going to pick off Ali as well. Massive play there from Tiger. And while this is all happening, Se7en were just chilling in their saw. They're not going to be doing anything here. Seeds is finally going to come out with his team, and they need to do some aggression here. Amarok's going to be behind on grass, and Starkey's going to spot him out there. And Amarok's going to jump behind. He's going to get one nice rocket onto Starkey, but he's going to survive. And Se7en have managed to be... Se7en are backing off just to hold this Uber... advantage that they have. Raymond's going to fall down very weak, and looks like Feint just want to go on the ultra aggressive right now.
Lot of spam onto Raymond. Oh, 60 health. But right now things are kind of calmed down as both teams are just licking their wounds, getting their buffs up. It's going to be Uber advantage tiny bit for Raymond, so not really. And the captain goes in, gets the early force on the Seeds. The exchanges happen. Raymond cleans up Captain, keeps him alive. And now Captain's on the chase.
Oh, look at that!
Oh my god! that air shot was beautiful. And this is just a good position for Se7en right now, as they've just got that they can play off heels basically. That was really well played from them. They're getting on the second. They've got so many Feint players behind them.
And Ali's sitting in lobby as well, but he's going to have to back off. Amarok's going to jump in, do a lot of damage to Raymond. Raymond's surfing so well. He goes down to 20 HP, but he's going to survive and both get cleaned up by Thalash. And Tiger's already on the last. He should get cleaned up here by Kunu, but the kills are coming in actually. Se7en want to push this straight away. There is a heavy up in the form of Sorex.
So much damage.
Oh my god.
Ali gets Tiger and Domo. And as the rotation comes out of Feint, they're chasing so many players. Konu was on to Starkey. Starkey manages to back out though. Sorry, that was Captain. And Starkey gets cleaned up by Ali. So this is some good aggression coming out of Feint, as they're just trying to bring this forwards right now, Samski.
Oh my god, that was such a sick air shot there from Captain. But
Tiger goes in, gets caught back. It's taking so much damage. The fight's going on the sword. The Uber has come out from Se7en. They're trying to clean up players. They managed to get Amarok. Ali's duking everything. Takes 70
he's
from
gonna get
Captain.
picked. Surely he goes down here. He does. Thalash going to pick him off as well, and Seed's actually got the Uber here, but once again, they're 3 players down, and Se7en are probably going to get aggressive on this left-hand side and send a sack in.
Yeah, Captain's actually going in right now. He's on top of that shack. He's dealing so much damage to those players up top. He's just creating so much space for his team as Domo tries to clean up some damage. Huge damage coming out of him as well. And there's a lot of Feint players that were super low there, but Se7en decide to back out. They don't need to rush it. Tiger's taking a fight in low against Sorex, manages to win it. He's now behind. Konu going in on the fight onto him, cleans him up. Ali is not in a good position, manages to get 2 shots really nice onto Starkey. So Ali's going forward, the aggression is coming out of Feint once again as they're trying to clean up players. They're not able to do it as Se7en are just running such a tight ship and backing out so beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, Ali certainly has stepped it up this second half, so I'm really glad for that, but at the same time, Thalash and Tiger are literally farming right now. I am dreading to see what their stats are going to be at the end of the game, because they're surely like putting on like a show. That they must be close to 30 frags at least. As we do see, actually, Sorex is going to be behind the window.
Captain again!
Destroys Amarok right in the air there as he tries to sack in. Sorex is going to be able to get out with his life, but once again, Raymond actually goes for a sticky trap!
Oh no! Captain goes in, tries to just salvage the situation as so many players are just in a weird position. Domo's actually onto point. He cleans up Konu. The Uber's actually come out of seeds. Domo just super low, ends up cratering as all of these players are just getting cleaned up right now.
See you later,
Call
Tiger.
back. And they managed to hold it, but it's so scrappy. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, every single successful push, if I can say successful, from Feint is just like by raw DM rather than like a collaboration, whereas Se7en seem to have so much cohesion around their pushes, and I mean, safe to say Captain's hitting some massive shots as well, as we do see Starkey and Sniper, and there's 1.5 minutes left, so this is officially garbage time. We're going to see both the Feint soldiers trying to get aggressive by Saw, and Callback actually just going to back off here, and Raymond and Seeds nearing towards their Ubers, but it'll be interesting to see what Feint do here with a minute left.
Yeah, because we're on this classic stalemate once again. I know I've mentioned it before, and it's all about how they're going to make their play and their push, and they're going in choke right now. They've got all their players stack up. Domo knows about it. Starkey is getting a little pressure onto him. Captain denies, and Tiger cleans up Callback. As they go in now, a huge amount of aggression. Seeds has to use. The Uber has been exchanged. Konu's trying to get that to flash. There's a lot of flashing going on. Captain manages to stay alive. Domo gets cleaned up by Konu, and you know, this is not too bad, as we see the players just getting cleaned up here. Oh my god, Konu gets Starkey before going down. This is just so much DM, so much garbage time, as all these players are just shooting each other. But congratulations to Se7en, winning both maps of this week 4 game.
Oh, look at Thalash as well. He's going to go behind. Let's see if he manages to pick anyone off. Actually, I think he's going to go for the back cap here, which I'm probably going to cap just in time. Domo's going to go down here. But unless Kunu can stop this back cap, it's going to be It is going to be the second cap there for Thalash. Let's see if he can cap it. It's just going to be a 1v1 between the scouts. Feint versus, Kunu versus Thalash. Let's see who wins this. Both doing a lot of damage. Kunu's going to pick it off. No last round for Thalash there, and that's going to end 4-1 to Se7en. And massive performance there from the scouts of Se7en.
What a game. What a game. Oh, that was so well played from Se7en. I feel like they started picking poor Feint apart, especially during that last map. But you mentioned it, and I do agree. Ali did kind of come out of his shell quite a bit at the end of that map. But we have got the logs. Shall we have a little gander?
Oh my god. I mean, as we kind of mentioned, Tiger and Thalash. I mean, 25 to 18 from Tiger and 27 to 5 from Thalash. I mean, I think both games, Thalash had a KD of over 4. I think the first game was like 24 to 6 and then 27 to 5. I mean, you look at Starkey, kind of, and Captain, apart from those air shots, sorry, actually, hang on. This is the most important stat. 17 air shots on Snakewater. I'd understand if it was Granary because, there's the bug with air shots, but 17 air shots on Snakewater. Forget the fact that he went 12 to 17. Forget the fact that Starkey went 12 to 24. Captain has 17 air shots. Forget that Thalash went 27 to 5. That's the most important stat, and we can forget about the rest of them.
Yeah, logs don't matter anymore. Captain's won. Oh, that doesn't surprise me, though, because there were so many good shots from him. Captain did his stats, apart from the air shots, don't show it, but he did so much work. He created so much space for Se7en. Like you mentioned, Feint only got that round due to their DM. It was a bit of a disorganized mess, and they started picking up players, and they got into a good position, and they managed to get it. But I feel like Captain had just created so much space for his team, and they managed to just roll on everything he did.
Yeah, as we are joined by 2 players from Feint. We have Kunu and we have Seeds. Hopefully we get someone in from Se7en as well, but we'll start with these guys. First of all, commiserations, guys. Especially on the first map on Gullywash, 20 minutes of the game it was 1-1 still, and then kind of seemed to slip away from your grasp. And again on the second map as well, the first couple of rounds were close, but then it seemed, it seemed like it just fell out of your hands once again. So anything that happened internally, it looked like you guys were a bit lost, especially on Snakewater towards the end.
Yeah, I think we feel a bit lost sometimes, where we end up in situations where no one's really calling. So
if those games were a popular series of children's books, it would be A Series of Unfortunate Events. Because we do this thing, right? It happened when you were on the team, Sam, and it has not changed. There was a point on Gullywash where we were holding their choke, and then fast forward 2 minutes, and we're holding our last. We just give up point after point after point, and then we lose a round. And there's also this thing that happens where, like you said, it's just completely quiet.
Yeah, one thing that we did highlight, it wasn't so much on Gullywash, although I had highlighted the fact that I didn't think he was having that much of an impact on the game. He certainly turned up towards the end of the second half of Snakewater, but Ali died a lot to overextension. I don't know if that's something that you guys noticed. Obviously you would have noticed him dying, but how far forward he was compared to the rest of your team, especially when you were holding last. He was getting caught out constantly by just playing in lobby by himself. So is that just miscommunication where he wanted to hold forward, or was there just, what was going on in that sense? Because it was really costing you, especially when the first 2 rounds were so close, and then suddenly it just seemed to change the momentum where Ali kept dying again and again.
There's definitely no single person to blame, but in terms of series of unfortunate events, so it's 2-1 to Se7en on Gullywash, and obviously we can still win, we can come back from that. I'm alright, standard mid, Ali, just stick your feet because the soldiers are going to bomb you. We roll out, I go, Ali, why are you big dot? And he goes, oh shit. It's just unlucky.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I was very impressed by the aggression from your soldiers on the first map, especially. So yeah, no, it was very impressive. Grumpy, you got any questions? I've been told that no one from Se7en's coming, so I don't think this is going to be a particularly long interview.
the only real question I want to ask is, what were your comms like during that game? Because I feel like so. Cast your minds back to Gullywash. There was a moment where you spotted a spy seeds, and it picked up. He managed to backstab Konu on Pyro.
Yeah.
And did you call that? Did you call that spy? Because it looked like you called it. You saw it quite easily, and then right after that, just no one turned around but yourself, and they managed to pick up the Pyro.
We have this other issue in my team where nobody appears to hear me ever. It's quite an interesting one because I used to have a mic much quieter and like better quality than this, and everyone would go, "Oh, we can't hear you, Seeds." And now when I like say stuff on this mic, they're like, "Oh, I didn't hear that, Seeds." Happens a lot with Ubers. I don't know what to do about it. It's just something that happened. Like I go spy behind you, and no.
To be fair, I'm going to defend myself here. I was in the middle of doing a 360 when I died.
Kunu uses a sense that would make most people's arms fall off in any given situation, and he was trying to protect me from any possible seckers by reflecting them, so that's probably it.
Yes, we are actually joined by Tiger as well, so we do have a perspective from the opposition team, so congratulations, Tiger, on the victory. We were just talking about how it seemed there was just a lack of communication from Feint. It looked a bit disjointed compared to what we're used to seeing from them. In particular, Ali getting picked off quite a lot. It seemed like especially you would just have his number on Snakewater where you just run at him. So is that something that you guys kind of recognised, or was it just pure aggression? You just happened to pick Ali off and then other players along the way?
No, Ali was definitely way too far forward a lot of the time. I don't know, like maybe if the team was a bit closer to him, it might have been like viable for him. But a lot of the time, he was in no man's land pretty much, and just got picked for it. And then obviously, without a demo man, it's very difficult to do anything. So not much they could do really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. Obviously, I'm not trying to single Ali out at all, but it obviously when you're defending a point like last on Snakewater and your demo man's going down in lobby, then obviously it's giving the means for Se7en to be able to push into. So that's why it just became a bit more obvious, and we did see some like a lot more Ubers coming out from Feint. But I don't know, it seemed to be something that wasn't used to like get as much ground, whereas Tiger, I don't know if you agree with this, but especially on Gullywash, we saw you guys managing to hold Ubers a lot better when you were pushing into points. Is there something that you do that enables you guys to hold on to them and then vice versa, be able to get so many forces when Feint were pushing into points?
I think that the forces is just holding the chokes properly, like getting set up correctly for how they're going to come in, like, you know, always scouting where they're going to come in from, not being taken by surprise. And the pushing into points, everyone has a role that they play, and if everyone does their role, then we don't need to use Uber, obviously, because they're going to have to play back, otherwise they're going to get wiped. So as long as everyone does their part in their role, then we're fine to walk through. As long as everything's done correctly, we're okay. I think it's just a bit like it's just drilled into us now. I think because we played together for so long, we just know exactly what we need to do to try take something for free.
Yeah, because I discussed on the stream, I've seen a couple of your scrims this week when various team members were scrimming, and you've mentioned before as well that you didn't really have as much cohesion with the soldiers, obviously playing with two different soldiers this season compared to LAN, especially on Gullywash, but that seemed to be something that you'd got under wraps in time for the official, because you seemed to be able to get Ali, like, I think almost every single mid on Gullywash, and on Snakewater it was kind of more of a reserved compared to what I've seen from Se7en before, where the soldier would go aggressive. It seemed like you would just wait for Amarok and Callback to bomb and then go forward together. Is that something that you've discussed and improved on just in this week, or is it something that's been like a long journey for you guys?
Well, we've not really been scrimming that much, to be fair. Like yesterday and today were the 2 days we played Gully. So Gully's still a bit fresh, and there's definitely shit we need to work with on that. But Snake's always been like a bit of a bogey map for Se7en, I guess, as a whole. So we've just been trying to like get the standards out, the basics, and once that's done, we can start doing more aggressive stuff like we usually do. But I think like the basics at the minute are what we're focusing on, so we can't really afford to have big set mids or whatever like that. It's kind of like just go with the flow, but make sure we're doing our part kind of thing.
Okay, I have one more question. It's for both teams. Obviously, it's coming towards, like, we're halfway through the season now, but obviously you guys have been playing with these rosters for a long enough time to know what your future plans are. Are both teams planning on going to, like, the lands? I think Se7en are planning on to go episode 3 and Copenhagen games for both teams. I don't know. Is that the plan for both of you guys?
I don't know about episode 3, but Copenhagen, yeah.
Copenhagen, yes, is a want for us. We want to go. Episode 3, God no, no way. It's not gonna happen.
Okay, that's good though. At least we know that we're going to have some strong teams at Copenhagen games already. Grumpy, you got any questions?
No, I think you've covered everything that I kind of want to ask.
Okay, do you want to... Let's do shoutouts, I guess.
Yeah.
Should we start at the top? So, Kunu?
Shout out to you guys for the production and cast. Shout out to my team. Shout out to Se7en for the good game. And shout out to Polygon.
Seeds?
Shout out my team. Shout out enemy team for being good sports. That's pretty much it.
Tiger?
Shout out to my team, shout out to enemy, shout out to Seeds for talking about Terraria with me. That's about it.
Okay, and Grumpy, you can sign off for us.
All right, no worries. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. We will be back with some more coverage of Season 31. I've been GrumpyKoi. I've been joined by Samski as my co-caster, Beta on production, and we'll see you on the next production. Thank you everyone for coming.